I'm Macy Egland. Today, the East Quogue man accused in a gruesome torture killing is expected to go on trial. Prosecutors say Jeremy Allen beat his friend Christopher Hahn for 6 hours before placing a bag over his head and stabbing him to death. It happened in 2024. Now, detectives say Allen told them he woke up to blood everywhere and a dead man he did not recognize on the back deck of his house. No word yet what sparked the flames that destroyed this home in Deer Park. It happened last night on Cayuga Avenue. No one was hurt. The Bayport Fire District is weighing whether to install a 152-foot tall communications tower. It says the tower could combat dead zones in the area, but some residents worry it could impact their property values. Right now, the town of Islip has a ban on new cell towers within 500 feet of homes. First in Newsday, a Revolutionary War-era barn in Huntington will be restored just in time for the country's 250th birthday. A $50,000 grant will help fix up the Kissam Barn on Park Avenue. Improvements include replacing siding and updating the electrical and lighting systems.
And we hope once this barn is restored to be able to use the barn for activities and classes and workshops.
Those renovations are expected to start next month. A new Burlington is coming to Melville. The off-price retailer will replace the Macy's backstage on Walt Whitman Road. It's expected to open in March. And a new spot in West Babylon is fusing ramen and anime. Crazy Ramen is open in the Great South Bay Shopping Center. An order of ramen will run you between $15 and $16. Boba coffee and fruit tea are also on the menu. Let's talk about your Wednesday weather now. We're tracking more rain, maybe even some snow showers later in the week. Today, though, warm, cloudy. Those clouds hold in the heat. Highs are in the mid to upper 40s. Late tonight and into tomorrow morning, we do have a chance for some rain. Tomorrow, we're in the low 40s or Thursday. In the afternoon, we could see some snow showers. Keep that in mind. We are tracking some rain right now for Saturday. At least it'll be a little bit warm, though. Cold for Sunday, even colder for the start of next week. It's in the 30s for Martin Luther King Day, in the 20s for Tuesday.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
Governor Hochul has laid out her vision for New York this year. Doug Gee tells us how her agenda could impact us here on the island.
The state of New York is strong.
It seems to be the new political buzzword, affordability. And Governor Hochul says that's what she's focusing on this year, trying to make life for New Yorkers a little less expensive.
We're promising universal pre-K for every single 4-year-old by 2028.
That proposal drew a standing ovation from the crowd and praise from many legislators.
Long Island has the lowest amount of pre-K slots. It's a Hunger game. It's a lottery. People literally have to fight in order to get a pre-K slot on Long Island. And so it's exciting that in this budget, we're going to expand it so that it's universal.
To help lower car insurance rates, Hochul said the state will launch a new crackdown on fraudulent auto insurance claims, the cost of which are passed on to all drivers. She also pledged help for homeowners who want to make energy-efficient upgrades to help lower their utility costs. On crime, Hochul says she wants to eliminate the growing number of illegal 3D printed guns which cannot be traced.
I'm proposing the first in the nation law requiring all 3D printers sold in the state of New York to include software that blocks the printer from creating a gun.
And while most of her proposals were met warmly by those in the audience, many Republican lawmakers say her speech was lacking.
I wasn't impressed by most of it. I've heard her say the exact same thing before, where she was going to take care of families, lower crime, make sure that New York State was more affordable, and I just haven't seen that happen.
One prominent Long Island elected official who didn't go to the speech was Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman, Hochul's Republican opponent in the November election. But he had plenty to say about the speech.
I thought I was watching a Saturday Night Live skit. You are hurting middle-class families. There's a reason why hundreds of thousands of people have left the state under your tenure.
Hochul's speech kicks off the state legislative session, which runs until June. How many of her proposals pass or how much they'll change after tweaking from lawmakers will all be part of the intrigue of politics at the state capitol in the coming months. In Albany for Newsday TV, I'm Doug Geed.
Our Ken Buffa spoke with Newsday TV political analyst Joy Brown about Hochul's speech.
How do you feel about her starting her speech directly speaking about and also sidelining speaking about Trump?
Well, I mean, what else is she going to do? I mean, the nation right now is taking a look at things that are going nationwide. And what she's done is she said, hey, look, I'm looking at this. We're in New York. We're going to do things in New York a lot differently. We're not going to go along with this. What's happening in Washington is also hurting us here. The other thing she's doing is she's kind of drawing a line, although she never mentioned Bruce Blakeman's name. I mean, I think we all know that Bruce Blakeman has been endorsed by Donald Trump, and we also know that the Republicans are going to have Bruce Blakeman talk about her speech.
Read more about Hochul's State of the State and the reaction to it on our website, Newsday.com. Click Get More below that Newsday TV video box. Only in Newsday, despite major competition, some mom-and-pop hardware stores are still thriving on Long Island. Andrew Enger has that story.
Hardware has always been in Chris Pecoraro's blood.
We're third generation.
After growing up among the rows of faucets and screws, Chris and his wife are now the managing owners of Schaefer's Hardware. But it hasn't been easy.
It is hardware, which has hard in the names.
The company, started by his grandfather in the 1950s, has seen its boom and bust times, but now there's major competition from big box hardware stores and online retailers. Last year he had to close 4 locations, but he remains positive.
Now we're currently in Comac and in Bayville, and looking for more.
Chris says the local mom-and-pop hardware store can excel in personal service where big stores cannot.
You can really get to know your people, get to know your customers, and that's definitely valuable.
That personal touch and community involvement is something that other family-owned hardware stores here on Long Island are truly leaning into.
We're doing very well, not only surviving but thriving.
Hank, Ben, and their sister Mary Brinkman took over the family business from their parents who opened their first store 50 years ago in Sayville. Since then, they've grown the business into a $30 million company with 7 locations, including the recent purchase of Trio Hardware in Plainview.
We're just getting going. The best is yet to come.
The Brinkmans say innovating and growing the company has allowed them to stand toe-to-toe with the big box stores on price and selection, and he credits their knowledgeable employees.
We don't like the term good enough around here. We want to do everything to the best way possible, and we get a return on that.
Hook up your lines right on the side, make it nice.
Back in Comac, Chris Pecoraro says taking over the family hardware business might not be for everyone, but he says he's not going anywhere.
If you're not into it and not interested, then it's not something that makes sense. You have to live it. You have to want to be in it.
In Comac, Andrew Enger, Newsday TV.
Read more about the story on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Only in Newsday, we continue our series focusing on how Long Islanders are helping one another. Videographer Chris Ware shows us Volunteers of Long Island.
My name is Doug DeFeo, and volunteering with the New York Marine Rescue Center to me is a way for me to give back to the world and to contribute to knowledge. Not only am I learning about our natural world, but I'm participating in it. I volunteer with New York Marine Rescue Center, and it's important because not only do we just save sea turtles and seals, but we also contribute to education. We also are involved with helping to keep our oceans safe and healthy. So there are a lot of ways that the Rescue Center contributes to the environment and contributes to the lives of people that live here. When I'm patrolling the beaches for the Rescue Center, it gives me an opportunity to be out in the environment. Sea turtles that are migrating south have great difficulty maintaining consciousness in very cold water because they're cold-blooded animals. And we do encounter an animal on the beach that needs help. It's important for us to try to save those animals and return them to the environment in the summertime when the weather temperature is warmer. Yeah, volunteering to me has been a part of my life for many years. My wife and I actually met as volunteers. Not only does it have a scientific component, not only does it have an animal rescue component, but it also has a social component for me too. Okay, volunteering to me is like being a part of living in the pages of National Geographic. It gives me a lot of opportunities to satisfy a need I have to feel like I'm part of something bigger than myself. And it just fills my heart with such joy to be involved in this.
Can see why. Another great story. You can see more exclusive content just like this on our website, newsday.com. Click Get More below that Newsday TV video box. See more on these stories on Newsday.com and watch us streaming anytime on Local Now, YouTube, and the other streaming services you see here. I'm Macy Eglund. We've got more local news coming up.
There's more to Long Island than you know when you picture this. Join Macy Eglund for a journey through some of the major moments in Long Island's past through the lens of the Newsday archives. Picture This, available now at newsday.com/picture this.